When it comes to flying with pets, you might expect budget carriers like Spirit or Frontier to be the worst offenders. My experience suggests otherwise. By far, the worst airline I've flown with my dog Rex is American Airlines. While I acknowledge that our experience could have been a one-off unfortunate incident, I won't be repeating it anytime soon. Let me explain why and share some insights on better alternatives and essential tips for flying with your dog. The initial excitement. Initially, I was excited to fly with American Airlines because they were the first carrier that allowed me to add my dog to the ticket without calling an agent. In today's AI-driven world, getting through to a human representative can be a challenge. Unfortunately, this turned out to be the only positive aspect of our American Airlines experience: the booking process and policy concerns. While the online booking was straightforward, American Airlines pet policy raised some serious concerns. Their policy states that they will check your dog's temperament before allowing them to fly. This vague requirement worried me. What exactly constitutes a good temperament? Would a single bark result in Rex being rejected at the airport, leaving us stranded and out of pocket? I decided to call the airline for clarification. However, the representative was unable to provide much more information about the temperament test. They couldn't specify what behaviors they were looking for or how the test would be conducted. This lack of transparency left me feeling uneasy. Despite my reservations, I decided to take the chance and book the flight. The cost factor, a hidden expense. Initially, I thought I was saving money on the ticket price compared to other airlines. The base fare seemed competitive. However, this initial satisfaction quickly evaporated when I discovered American Airlines' pet fee. American Airlines has the highest pet fee among all the carriers I've traveled with. As of November 2024, American Airlines charges a whopping $150 each way for pets. To put this into perspective, most other airlines like United, Spirit, and Southwest charge $125. Delta Airlines offers the most competitive rate at just $99. For a round-trip journey, you're looking at an additional $300 just for your pet. That's more than many people pay for their own tickets on budget airlines. Baggage restrictions, adding insult to injury. As if the high pet fee wasn't enough, American Airlines policy penalizes pet owners by restricting their baggage allowance. While most airlines maintain your standard baggage rights when you pay for a pet, American Airlines reduces your options. Here's how it works. On a normal ticket, you're entitled to a personal item and a carry-on bag. However, once you pay extra for your dog, you're limited to either a personal item or a carry-on, not both. This penalty for paying extra is unique to American Airlines. Even budget carriers like Spirit doesn't impose such restrictions on pet travelers. Check-in chaos, a test of patience. The day of the flight arrived, and I was hopeful that things would improve. Unfortunately, the check-in process turned out to be another ordeal. American Airlines lumps pet travel under their General Special Assistance category. This resulted in a frustratingly long wait, almost an hour, in a line filled with confused and irritated passengers. The lack of staff and efficient processes only exacerbated the situation. Security and safety concerns, a frightening encounter. Once we finally made it through check-in, I hoped the worst was behind us. However, our experience at the security checkpoint proved otherwise. While American Airlines claims to check pet temperament, their approach to service animals seemed inconsistent and potentially dangerous. During our trip, an untrained dog posing as a service animal attacked Rex. The incident was terrifying. The other dog lunged at Rex's carrier, barking aggressively and causing a scene. Rex, usually calm and well-behaved, was understandably distressed by this encounter. What shocked me most was the airline's response, or lack thereof. Despite this clear safety breach and a dog that was running around the airport unrestrained attacking my dog, American Airlines took no action to remove the aggressive animal from the airport. The owner of the aggressive dog struggled to control it, yet airline staff seemed reluctant to intervene. This lack of enforcement raises serious safety concerns for both pets and passengers. In-flight experience from bad to worse. After the stressful check-in and security experience, I was relieved to finally board the plane. However, our troubles were far from over. Due to severe weather conditions, our flight had to circle the destination airport for an extended period before eventually being diverted to a nearby airport for refueling. While weather events are beyond an airline's control, what followed was, in my opinion, unacceptable and bordered on animal cruelty. After 7 long hours on the aircraft with no opportunity for Rex to drink water, I attempted to provide him with some relief. I carefully unzipped the top of his kennel just enough to offer him some water, ensuring he remained fully inside the carrier as per airline policy. To my shock, a flight attendant immediately approached and reprimanded me harshly. Despite explaining that Rex hadn't had water for 7 hours and was still contained within the kennel, the attendant insisted I close the carrier immediately. This strict enforcement seemed potentially harmful to my pet's well-being. In stark contrast to this negative experience, I've had consistently positive encounters with United Airlines when flying with Rex. United Airlines has impressed me in several ways. Upgrades. They've occasionally upgraded us to first class, recognizing the higher ticket price for pet travel. This gesture not only makes the journey more comfortable, but also shows that they value pet owners as customers. Security Fast Track. At certain airports, United allows pet owners to skip the regular security line. This perk significantly eases the travel process, reducing stress for both pets and their owners. Tips for flying with your dog. Based on my experiences, both good and bad, here are some essential tips for air travel with your furry companion. Check vaccination requirements. Some airlines require rabies vaccinations to be administered at least 30 days before the flight. Plan accordingly to avoid last-minute issues. Keep a copy of your pet's vaccination records with you during travel. Verify pet policies. Airlines have restrictions on the number of pets allowed per flight, as well as weight and breed limitations. Always check these details in advance. Some airlines don't allow short-nosed breeds due to breathing concerns. Choose the right carrier. Soft-sided kennels offer more flexibility for fitting under different seat configurations. Ensure the carrier is airline approved and provides enough room for your pet to stand up, turn around, and lie down comfortably. Potty training. Teaching your dog a poop command and ensuring they relieve themselves before the flight can prevent in-flight accidents. Feeding schedule. If possible, have your dog fly on an empty stomach to reduce the risk of motion sickness during turbulence. Snacks for landing. Bring small treats to encourage chewing or swallowing during descent, which can help relieve ear pressure. Be prepared. Always carry paper towels or wipes in case of accidents. Pre-flight exercise. Tire out your pet before the flight to encourage sleeping during travel. Early exposure. Flying with your dog before they turn 6 months old can help them acclimate to the experience. Proper ventilation. Ensure your pet's carrier has good airflow and isn't obstructed by comfort items. Safety first. Never put your pet in the overhead bin. This should go without saying, but tragic incidents have occurred. Familiarization with the carrier. In the weeks leading up to the flight, get your pet accustomed to their travel carrier. Identification. Ensure your pet wears a collar with ID tags. Consider microchipping as an extra precaution. Comfort items. Pack a familiar blanket or toy in the carrier to provide comfort and familiar scents. Layover planning. If your flight has a layover, check if the connecting airport has pet relief areas. Medication considerations. If your pet requires regular medication, consult with your vet about adjusting the schedule for travel. Which airline is your favorite for pet travel? Do you have any additional tips for flying with dogs? Share your experiences and advice in the comments below. Safe travels to you and your furry companions.